numbers and letters coming tell us who should square off for the TV championship. 4,000 Beaubien East, Montreal H1X186. Outweighing his opponent, Ron Ritchie, by approximately 35 or 40 pounds. This young fellow, Ron Ritchie from Winnipeg, Manitoba, a fast rising star on the International Wrestling circuit, rapidly becoming a great fan favorite. Without question, the man is a fine, fine athlete and a great young wrestler, and we're looking forward to some big, big things in the near future from this same Ron Ritchie. Right now, a good side headlock taken by Dave Ruehl. Backs against the ropes, and Ritchie throwing him off. Nice move. Oh, a good shoulder tackle by the heavier Ruehl. Second one, putting Ritchie on the canvas. And now a beautiful leapfrog by Ritchie. Grabbing and hooking the arm of Dave Ruehl. Hip toss to the canvas. You know, folks, I still can't believe what we saw happen in the opening match on the program today. I cannot understand for the life of me. Look at that nice move by Ron Ritchie, climbing the turnbuckles, taking over Dave Ruehl, putting him on the canvas, but he's not going to subdue the larger man that quickly. He has yet, of course, to weaken him enough. There's no question of that. But Ritchie is in control with that good headlock on the canvas. I started to say, I really failed to understand why Scott Hogg Irwin was unable to return here to International Wrestling in sufficient time to, along with his brother, Wild Bill Irwin, defend the International Tag Team Championship in the time frame imposed on them by the Championship Committee of International Wrestling. The belts, of course, were lifted. And why did Scott Hogg Irwin return with a mask on yet and interfere in the match where the belts were at stake? Bull Johnson and his brother Wild Bull facing the tandem of Tom Singh and Dan Crawford. That was a nice suplex by Ron Ritchie. And Steve Strong, how do you explain why he continues to attack verbally and physically Rick Martella, generally sneaking up on him? Hey, that wasn't a sneak up, let me tell you. Ron Ritchie up in the air and down with a solid right-hand punch to the chin of Dave Ruehl, who's now being whipped by Ritchie, and a beautiful drop kick. This Ritchie gets up there really high. I'll tell you, a very effective drop kicker, maybe even in the league of Sheik Ali. Ruehl now being whipped one more time by Ron Ritchie, and a good double chop across the upper part of the chest, and Ruehl is on the canvas, being lifted now by the hair to his feet by Ron Ritchie. As I said, looking for big things from Ron Ritchie. He body slams Ruehl now to the canvas, backing against the ropes, and down with a good knee drop across the chin. Hey, that will Dave Ruehl up, let me tell you. Ritchie very methodical in the ring. You know, he gets up there big and high, he can move, he can leap, but he's a very methodical wrestler. And a beautiful move now by Ritchie, taking Ruehl back, slamming his neck to the canvas, covering. But the larger man able to lift his shoulders off the canvas. It takes the 3 count. Let's not forget that. Ruehl whipped now Ritchie back against the rope, and a good flying double chop across the chin, I think there. It looked to me that's where Ritchie caught him. Looking to the fans now, bringing Dave Ruehl to his feet. What's he going for? Looks like he's got him set up for an atomic dropper. No, it's a reverse suplex. Beautiful move by Ritchie. He has shown us over the past few weeks at least 3 or 4 different forms of suplex. Obvious that Ron Ritchie does have a Greco-Roman amateur background, lifting Dave Ruehl up now. Backbreaker dropping him across the knee, laying him into the corner, and now Ron Ritchie climbing the turnbuckle to the second one. Way up and down with a flying pin cover, hooking the leg. There it is. The count of 3 goes in. Ron Ritchie defeats Dave Ruehl right here on International Wrestling. Just another step up the ladder of success for Winnipeg's own Ron Ritchie here on International Wrestling. We're going now, obviously, to get another look. You see that reverse suplex by Ritchie. Nicely done maneuver. Ruehl is in obvious pain, obvious discomfort. He has been weakened, there's no question of that. By Ron Ritchie, who now picks the heavier man up, drops him down in a backbreaker, across the knee, climbs the ropes to the second turnbuckle. That beautiful flying body press off the second turnbuckle. The count of 3 goes in. Chalk up another victory here for Ron Ritchie with International Wrestling. Folks, a lot more action yet to come. Stay with us.
You know, wrestling fans, that International Wrestling covers all across Canada and the United States, but nowhere are we more happy to go in the Ontario region because of you, the wrestling fans. And you know, it's my pleasure and honor to interview some of the greatest names here at International Wrestling. And with me today, keep an eye on this wrestler. Believe you me, he is going to be one of the great champions in the sport of professional wrestling, Ron Ritchie.
Well, I'd like to say hello to all the wrestling fans of the Ontario region, you know, and I'm just excited when I come down to your area. But first of all, I'd just like to give you a little background. For the last 5 years, I've been wrestling throughout the United States, and now I'm home in Canada, where a place I was born and a place I love. And I've got to make a name for myself here, and I'm just climbing up the ladder, and the competition here is tough, but a loss from me right now would just put me right at the bottom of the ladder, and right now I got my sights set on championship bouts, so a win is a must for me every match, and another notch up that ladder. So I'd just like to thank all the people when I come to your area for your support and getting behind me, and I'm looking forward to meeting all the people, and thank you, Albert.
Ron Ritchie, truly one of the greatest stars at International Wrestling. Now with me today, one of the most colorful and popular wrestlers here with us today, Alofa, the Polynesian Prince.
How you doing, Al?
The people in Ontario, man, they're just waiting for you to go
First of all, I'd like to give the people of Ontario a warm and welcome thanks and aloha to all you people out there from International Wrestling, brother. I'm looking forward to coming to that town. Is it beautiful? Is this
beautiful time of year now.
Do they have a nice white beach like Hawaii and stuff when all the girls in bikinis?
All the facilities and the beautiful girls are the girls in Canada, bro.
Me and you got to go down there.
You know the competition here is just tremendous.
Oh, yeah, like Ron Ritchie said, brother, you know, there's a lot of tough competitions. They got guys flying in from Japan, guys flying from Australia, Iran, all over the world just to come here to face top dogs up here in International Wrestling, and it's getting tougher and tougher, brother. You know,
wrestling fans, stay with us. Lots more action coming out.
We are taking a look, folks, at the Great Samu, one of the most naturally gifted and talented young wrestlers in the world today. Remember, the man stands in at approximately 6 feet 4 inches in height and weighs in excess of 280 pounds. He is both talented and tough. He is also hungry. He has returned here to International Wrestling, and wrestling fans, listen to this great bit of news. Next week here on television, you will watch this devastating and dynamic young performer, the Great Samu, who is riding the crest of a phenomenal winning streak that he started here with International Wrestling and continued throughout the entire Far East. That winning streak will be on the line when here on television next week, the Great Samu challenges International Heavyweight Champion Gino Brito. The International Heavyweight Championship will be at stake next week here on television.